I would like to take this time to introduce someone who has epitomized what hard work is, and someone who has worked hard off the field. He's played 7 years in the NFL and 3 years on the Canadian team. He used to play for the Denver Broncos. I'd like to welcome you, Mr. Lenny Walls.
On March 31st, 2019, at approximately 3:25 p.m. in the afternoon, location, Los Angeles, California, a young man was hit with 6 bullets, 5 in the chest, 1 in the head, right in front of his own place of business, right in front of his own clothing store. Name of the clothing store was called the Marathon Clothing Store. Who am I talking about? Say it again. Say it again. I'm gonna ask somebody, what did Nipsey Hussle mean to you? By a show of hands, is anybody willing to speak on what Nipsey Hussle just meant to him? Or when you think of Nipsey, what comes to mind when you think of Nipsey? Anybody want to get at a shot? Nobody want to give it a shot? Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you what he meant to me. Nipsey was a source of inspiration for me. See, I'm almost 40 years old. I know I look like I'm in my 20s. But I'm almost 40 years old, and I've been following Nip for a very, very long time. For over 10 years, I've been following his music, watching his career, and I saw how he was able to overcome the struggle. See, my story is very similar because I grew up in the northern part of California, in the San Francisco, Oakland Bay Area. Some critical times. I mean, crime-infested, drug-infested neighborhoods back home. And so Nipsey was a source of inspiration to me and many. But I love what he said about inspiration. He said one of the greatest human acts that you can ever do is inspire somebody. And so that's why I'm here today, to hopefully inspire you and to give back. I love giving back to my community. You know, I ended up playing in the NFL. I played for the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Rams, and things like that. But even though I was really successful, I feel like my best work and my most important work is still ahead of me. Times like this where I can share some information, share some insight, is the most important and most valuable thing that I can do with the rest of my life. If you know anything about gangbanging, he was someone who was really in it. But guess what? He had a vision to get out. So no matter what your circumstances is, you can fulfill whatever it is that you dream to do and to have. How many of y'all want to be successful by a show of hands? Anybody want to be successful in here? I hope every hand goes up, because if you're too cool not to raise your hand, then you're probably not going to be successful. I know I only have a short period of time. I'm gonna give you 3 tips, 3 elements that I think you must have if you want to do anything great. And I value these 3 things that I'm about to talk about. The first thing that you must have, the first component that you must have, is you must have a spirit of gratitude. You must be grateful every single day when you wake up. You see, God has given us a ton of gifts that we take for granted a lot of times. We take for granted that we got air in our lungs and we woke up this morning when somebody didn't wake up. I get sick of it. We live in a society where so many people are complaining, being negative. But when you're in a spirit of gratitude, it's very, very hard to complain about anything. Y'all feel me? See, I grew up in the slums. I could have been in jail like most of my friends. I could have been dead like most of my friends. So I thank God every day for pulling me out of that. I thank God every day for allowing me to have a vision for my life. That's the second component. The second component to being successful is you got to have a vision for your life. One of my mentors in Houston said, you don't get what you want in life, you get what you can picture. So many people talk about what they want. Oh, I want this, oh, I want that. A man or woman does not get what they want. They get what they can picture. They get what they expect to do. They don't have a plan for you. You got to have a plan and dream of your own that you can actually see. Where do you want to be in 2 or 3 years? Y'all in middle school, right? Y'all in middle school, right? Where you want to be when you're in high school? What college you want to go to? What do you want to study? What do you want to be when you grow up? Do you think about it every day, or are you obsessed with it? We live in a society right now, you'll be distracted and you won't even fulfill your dreams because you're too busy watching somebody else win. See, I'm focused on you winning. Yep, you. I'm focused on you winning. Young man with the glasses, I'm focused on you winning. Young lady over here with the purple, I'm focused on you winning. I am. That's why I'm here today, because I'm focused on you winning. I could be at home watching TV too, but I'm focused on you winning, young man. That's why I'm here. What kind of vision do you have for your life? What do you see? You get what you picture, you don't get what you want. People just talk about what they want. Because when you have a vision, now you have a purpose. Write this down if you got a pen. Your dreams and goals are tired of competing with your distractions. Your dreams and goals don't want to compete with your distractions. I'm talking to some adults in here too. I ain't just talking to the young ones. I'm talking to some adults too. So, number one, spirit of gratitude. Number two, have a vision for your life, or you'll fall into somebody else's plan. The third thing I want to talk about is perseverance. This is something that I embody. I almost like failing. I love the struggle. I think it's a beautiful thing because you can't progress in life unless you struggle. So many people are scared to fail. Okay? It paralyzed them from even moving. How many of y'all realize there's going to be some challenges on your way to success? Success is not straight up. It's bumpy. It's a challenge. Embrace that challenge. Because the people who actually embrace the challenge, they experience the changes that they want in their life. They experience the change. Perseverance is powerful. Nipsey persevered. I mean, if you listen to Nip's story, his studio got raided a bunch of times. He got locked up one time. He had a decision to make. Man, should I sell drugs and get this instant gratification of being able to drive the car that I want to drive, get the girls I want to get, or do I save this money and focus on my dream, which was the music, focus on my vision, which was the music? And that's what he did. He made a sacrifice. The bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the reward is. You got to make some sacrifices. And so when you're on your way to greatness and you're trying to persevere, you're going to have some obstacles that you're going to encounter. The first thing you're going to encounter is sometimes low self-esteem or no self-worth. How many times you feel like, man, I'm not good enough? I'm here to tell you that you're good enough. Yeah, I'm talking to you, you're good enough. All right? Yeah, you're good enough. I'm serious. Low self-worth is a big killer. You start feeling like you're not good enough to win. You start feeling like you're not good enough to succeed. Right? So you got to value yourself. You got to raise the standard for yourself. I don't care what environment you're in, you got to rise above your circumstances. I rose above my circumstances. People don't make it to the NFL where I'm from. But I had a picture when I was young. I remember my mom rocking up the drugs. I remember those days. You see, I had a football in the car and I didn't bring it. I forgot to bring it. But I wanted to bring a football in here because so many people will look at a football and to them it's just a little item. But when I saw football at 7, 8 years old, I saw my way out of the hood. When I saw that football, I saw my vision as clear as day. I said, you know what? My mom won't have to sell drugs no more. When I take the trash out, I won't have to worry about getting robbed no more as a teenager. Those are the things that I saw when I picked up that football. So every time I went on the field, I laid it all on the line. I gave it everything that I had. And I valued myself. So make sure you value yourself. Especially you young ladies, value yourself. You are a queen. Another thing that's a big killer of dreams is fear. So many people have fear and doubt. You cannot win if you doubt what you believe in. If you doubt your dream, if you doubt if you can do it, you'll fail. But guess what? I wish I could take away the fear. I can't take it away. I wish I didn't have to be scared. I wish I wasn't fearful. I'm fearful. We all fearful. Anybody tell you they fearless, they lying? That's a lie. It's not the fear, it's not being fearless, it means God has given them the courage to overcome that fear. Don't let fear paralyze you and stop you. If you're scared, let fear motivate you to do it, especially if it has to do with getting your dream done, especially if it has to do with fulfilling your vision, right? Make it happen. Courage is powerful. And lastly, I want to tell you guys not to care about what anybody else thinks or says about you. Because so many times you'll be on social media comparing yourself. So many times your friends will tell you you can't do something. So many times your friends will laugh at you about your dream because you want to pursue something, right? So many times people will make fun of you, try to sabotage your character. You got to value your opinion more than someone else's opinion of you because opinions are the cheapest commodity. Who cares what anybody has to say? You got to own your dream. Your dream is yours. Forget what anybody else has to say. I don't care. And make your dream big. Make it huge. Okay? And don't care what nobody has to say. I'll finish with this. I came up with an acronym called WAR. And that's what you're gonna need to do in today's society in order to win. You're gonna have to be ready to go to war. You gotta be ready to go to war. The W stands for words. The W stands for words. What are you saying to yourself? As a young teenager, you gotta watch your words. Because 70% of the conversations that you're gonna have are gonna be with yourself. Things that right now you're having a conversation in your mind about what I'm saying. Either you saying, man, I gotta get it together, he dropping them nuggets on me. Or you saying, man, what's this dude talking about? Man, I'm ready to eat, finish my food. But you're having a conversation right now with yourself. And so you gotta watch your words. You gotta watch what you say to yourself. You gotta watch the words that you read. I believe that education is powerful. One of my mentors told me that, Lenny, the reason why people fail in life, especially in today's age, they're too busy entertaining themselves rather than educating themselves. And that's when I coined the phrase, the hustle is entertainment. I said, from now on, I'm gonna make sure the hustle is my entertainment. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna grind, pick up a book and learn, keep my body in shape. I'm gonna do all the things that's gonna get me to my goals rather than being distracted by television, social media, mass media, the movie industry. How many different distractions are there out there? You know, the average American watches like 40-some hours a week of television. That's insane. You could have started a company. You could have became an entrepreneur. It's something that you could have done with that time that you wasted. Okay? It's something that you could have done. So watch your words. Back to the war. Watch your words. A stands for association. Who you're hanging around will tell me a lot. Bad association will spoil useful habits. Don't hang around the wrong crowds. Don't hang around the wrong crowds. You hang around 5 knuckleheads, you're gonna be the 6th knucklehead. You hang around 5 people that's going somewhere, that has a dream like you, they pursuing something, that's the kind of group you wanna be around. Cut off any bad association. I know a lot of people from my neighborhood. I wasn't the most talented person on my football team in high school, yet I was the only person to go pro. I always tell the story of my friend Black Cat. That was his nickname, but his real name was Andrew. I felt like he was better than me. He used to hang out with the wrong crowd. He got shot. Bad association. I made sure I stayed away from that crowd. Bad association spoils useful habits. That's what the A stands for. The R stands for recordings. What are you listening to? What are you hearing? Because whatever you're listening to is influencing you. You are being influenced by the music. There's so many different recordings and different things that you can hear that'll help you have the proper mindset to go out there and pursue your dreams. I gotta guard the doorway to my mind. I gotta make sure what's going through these ears is all positivity. It's really been an honor. I want to congratulate everyone who's had on another successful school year. It's very, very hard sometimes. You get some success. I know all about it. Start to get the big head, right? Start feeling yourself a little bit. Stay hungry. Stay hungry, stay humble. If you didn't get your goals done this year that you want to get accomplished, right? Get back to the drawing board. Get back to the drawing board, come back better next year. Okay, shout out to all the coaches, shout out to all the parents. God bless each and every one of you. God bless your dreams. And hopefully I can come back and speak to y'all again. All right, I'm out.